What's up, everybody? Welcome to Monday Night Live. How is everybody doing? All right, here we are with the stream with more tarot cards. So I'm just gonna let some people come in and do their thing. Sorry, my hands are so dry. 'Tis winter time. This place is chaos. Okay. Okay, bud? All right. So we are in Fresco yet again. We're working on some more tarot cards. We're making some progress. I finished 3 cards since we talked last. So that's awesome. I had a bunch in progress. I think this was one of them as well, where I had like the sketch ready, and some of them I had the line art, but I finished off a couple others. So feeling like I have a little bit more room and I'm not feeling so rushy. Got to keep on top of that though. Otherwise I'm going to be in the same boat of reacting as opposed to kind of posting into the future. So yeah, so we are working on... Yes, that's what I wanted to do. We're working on another tarot card. This is the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands. Excuse me. And this is another tent that we have in the circus. We've been making some killer progress on this suit in particular. So this suit, actually, let me get a quick check here. This is a thing I thought I checked, but I didn't. So the tents are like actually like, so 10 of Wands. Oh, that's what I already said. Sorry, I thought I was saying it was the 10 of Tents. So the 10 of Wands suit, so the Wands suit is almost done, actually. Once we're done this one, I think I have 2 or 3 more cards left to do. There's one that's kind of still iffy because of the, like the subject matter. I don't really think it fits as nicely as I hoped it would, but generally we're almost done this suit, so like that's pretty exciting. Arby is in the chat. Welcome to the stream. How are things going? Okay, so if I have this here, I did this sketch a few weeks ago and I knew I was going to struggle a little bit with like which one is on which layer, because I had to really think about this one because I want that paper layering that we've been doing, but I didn't know how to break it up. So I used a lot of like mirror references to have different kind of like broken layers, but I'm glad I illustrated them on separate layers so that I didn't make a mess, so I could figure out what I set up for us to do. Okay, so I need my vector brushes. Still not sure how much I love this grouping that they've done on Fresco. I was working on a piece earlier where it had like the live brushes. Like I was using like the watercolor, and I had to like go hunt down the live brushes and things, and it feels messy to me, but it's still early days. I'm probably just getting used to it. Okay, so this one is going to be interesting. I don't think we're going to get as far as this yet, but it's something that I'm percolating in my brain. So at the Hall of Mirrors, I didn't want to do it like a normal carnival because this is set in like the 1800s. So they'd have these kind of like fancy frames. It wouldn't be kind of like those clown like mirror hallways and things necessarily. So I wanted to have like this hall full of mirrors. And then it's kind of described in the book where like the viewer has like, sometimes they're upside down. They look different in each mirror because obviously it's a magic circus. But I don't like my initial sketch for this, and I wish I'd pulled it out actually now that I think about it, has a person sitting in the front, like a silhouette of a person, and then like the different silhouettes, like the different mirrors show them differently. So they'll show them like upside down or short and squat or just missing or whatever else. But I think that might be too much for this particular card, like given that again that they're going to be down really small. So I'm not really sure how we're going to show like the reflections, whether I use a certain paper pattern to show that it's like a reflective surface or what I do. We'll see. I mostly want it to be like a cluttery, Like I also didn't want like just 3 mirrors in front of the person and then just have them reflecting differently, because I'd need them to be bigger to show the reflection. So we're going to see how this kind of plays out, and how much detail we can get in here, because I did draw some pretty like elaborate frames. So I don't necessarily know that that's going to, like putting the different reflections. It's a kind of something that I'm percolating to see how I want them to come through. For now, we're going to start inking this guy and see what we've got. So these are pretty rough sketches. So I'm going to be adding in things that aren't here, things that'll make it like a little more 3D, a little more like elaborate in like kind of like the design of each frame. I just kind of wanted to get some placeholders in, and I don't want, oops, I don't want pressure dynamics here. I know, buddy, you gotta wait. Oh, nuts. No, bud, we're just gonna relax, okay, bud? Oh dear. Oh God. Out of control. Here we go. Mojo? You okay, buddy? Sorry, he was just staring at something weird. I didn't want him to be doing something he wasn't supposed to. Okay. So, what is everyone working on tonight? That still doesn't feel right. Let's figure this out. I took the weekend off this weekend. I do have a couple freelance projects in the books, but opted to not do any of those this weekend because it was a busy week last week. Get back to them this week. And then we have my last market is on Saturday. So I have a little tiny bit of prep for that. Nothing crazy, but just a little tiny bit of prep for that. And then it's time for holiday business after that. Ease into it. Kind of go with the flow, man. Oh, that's not what I drew at all. But I think it works. Yes. This. Perfect. I was feeling a little like not prepared for the holidays and starting to panic a bit because a lot of my holiday parties have started already. So I've been to 2 holiday parties already. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm not ready. I'm like, but it's still November. So I just like the holiday parties I've been to are just kind of like, let's get ahead of the chaos that ends up being the holiday season and just do them a little early. So it's caused a mini panic, but I'm feeling better now. So especially once this one market's done, I'm just going to have a little bit freer time to figure out what I want to do each day, which will be great. I'm gonna wait, okay, puppy? I'm sure something will fill the time. I'm sure something will come in and fill the gaps, but I'm eager to just kind of like be sitting and watching Christmas movies by my tree and enjoying the weather. It's supposed to be snowy weather this week, so rainy first, then snowy. So I'm excited. Okay, that's a little aggressive, I think. That's a little big. I'm trying to keep these elaborate and interesting. So, like I said, I don't want it to be your standard hall of mirrors here. So I want it to be a little bit different from what one would normally expect. Okay, Mojo, you're fine, puppy. Do you want to come sit with me? Okay, can we turn this off for a sec? Oh, nuts. Fine, I will go in and erase it myself. The lines just aren't quite touching, so the trim doesn't work as effectively as one would hope. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Exactly. Maybe we'll put in like one spooky face. Craziness. I also don't know how I'm going to stain glass this one, but we'll see. I think I actually might leave this for now, unless the stained glass is the reflections. I was going to use one of the patterns that I made myself that are a little kind of swirly, but maybe the stained glass is that. Interesting. We'll see. Okay, some of these can be a little on the flatter side, but I think we should also add some fanciness, because I have yet to see really like plain mirrors from this time period. I didn't really do plain. Antoine's in the chat. Welcome to the stream. What's happening? What's up? It's good to see you. What are we up to tonight? Or today, I guess. In tonight still? Yeah, sorry, I screw up the time zones every time. I'm no good at this. Oops. Let's recenter, shall we? Okay. Fancy. Now, I definitely used some references and things for laying out of some of the mirrors and stuff, because this perspective would have been a challenge, not impossible, but definitely challenging. So rather than drawing all my grid lines and all that kind of stuff, use lots of reference to support, which is great. I'm doing music back again. Nice. Amazing. I forget, do you stream the music process that you do, or you just stream like your video games and stuff? Need to finish my track that I made since 2019. I have a few of those. We were talking about that. I was away a couple weekends ago with some of my friends and stuff, and we were talking about different projects that we're working on, how some of them are like new and we like to kind of work up all kind of stuff, but then we all have that kind of project or projects that have been lingering for a very long time. Penny's in the chat. Welcome to the stream. I'm so glad you're able to join us tonight. I hope Luna's feeling better. For the moment, video game, but after I'll do a stream on OBS on my Mac Studio. Sweet, because that's a very cool process. I would love to learn more about that. I do not know much about that. So I'll keep an eye out for that, because I think that would be great. That would be a very interesting learning experience, because I don't know much about like the audio kind of side of some of the Adobe products, and I think I need to learn some. Like, I feel like I should probably have some like chill music here. while I'm streaming and things like that. But that is for the new year, I think. Everybody's saying hello. We're so polite. It's 1:15 a.m. RB. My goodness gracious. I appreciate you hanging out. You guys, night owls, I tell ya. I think I could on the weekends I try not to stay up till 1 in the morning because it messes up my week. Like, I get it. But on a Monday, I appreciate you hanging out. It's very thoughtful. When do you guys sleep? Penny asked. So funny. It's my question. I ask myself that sometimes too. What is this sleep we discuss? When sleepy? No one needs a schedule. No, leave the neighbors be, buddy. You're okay. There's lots of people in the hallway today. Holy cow. Hang on. You're okay, bud. Leave them be. Good job. Bro. Sorry, guys. Back in the day, I taught so many people on Logic Pro X. Cool. "10 years ago for those youth or friend of mine." Cool. That's cool. Honing in those teaching skills. That's wicked. Yeah, definitely something I could stand to learn a little bit more about. This is absolutely not what I want. Get rid of that. So that's super cool. So yeah, I will definitely check out those streams when you get there because that would be super interesting. I always want to learn new things. Okay. Okay, and then now Penny has made RB sleepy by pointing out the sleepiness. Oh no, like a magic spell. Like when you ask a kid if they're tired and they say no, and then start getting all droopy. Don't yawn, it will be contagious. Oh, and I was like, now I'm going to have to really focus and make sure I'm not yawning. It would be like an international yawn, though. That would be pretty impressive. At least 4 countries. Oh my gosh, that would be outrageous. Okay. Yeah, I guess. I don't have to go too crazy on how like deadly accurate the perspective is, because again, it's gonna be like this big. I just don't want it to look weird. It'll stand out weird. International yawn. That's hilarious. And we would be the only ones who know. It'd be craziness. Craziness, I tell you. Now we're kind of seeing the bottom of this one. That's kind of, we're kind of like wreck our perspective here. We're kind of seeing both, which is kind of nuts. Sure, why not? Okay, so they don't all have to be crazy, but I think they all can't be boring either. Bluetooth yawning. Mhm. So funny. You started a thing. Excuse me. There we go. So I think this is card like 42. So we're making some killer progress. And depending on what holiday Erin decides to do, we might get ahead, which would be great. Because I have a lot of like supporting stuff I want to do with this. So like I want to like obviously do the tarot deck, and I want to do a book that goes with it so that like people can learn what the cards mean, and what what it means when you pull them and such, and then kind of like their meaning back to why I chose to do them when I did them. And then but I have lots of other supporting things I want to do, but I want to get the deck done first. So we'll see. This holiday Erin may just take a break, which is entirely possible, but I'm in good shape to allow for that kind of thing. Alessandra is here. Welcome to the stream. So glad you're able to make it. I was thinking of you because I did my dishes before my live stream this time instead of after. I feel like that's going to take the pressure off the after part of the stream. Very smart. Alessandra says, oh my god, that's why I'm late. Doing dishes. They're never ending. It's freaking chaos. So glad you were able to finally join us. That's good. Now your dishes are done. Now the evening is yours. How did your market happen this past weekend, or is it next weekend? So you were prepping for one last time I was chatting with you, I think. Oh la la. Oh, I forgot I had my drink here. I was like, I kept smelling like a Kool-Aid or something. I was like, what's that sweet drink? It's my ginger ale. That's what it is. It's blackberry ginger ale, and it's delicious. Would recommend if you can find it. So I do like about the holidays. Always some sort of crazy flavor of something. I went back in November 8. My last one is December 6th. That's the one I was thinking of. It's because my next one, I have one this coming Saturday. It's my last one of the year. But then, yeah, I knew you had yours on December 6th. That's right. That's the one I was thinking of. Are you ready? I have a couple little things I want to do before I'm ready for Saturday, but really minor things that if they don't really get done, it's not crucial. Just a few things I'd like to have prepped just in case it's chaos. I hope it's chaos. In a good way. Like, I hope I sell out of everything. That would be amazing. Dancing rainbow Maddie emote. Push, 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 push. You guys are all about these excellent animated emojis. I was thinking of you guys yesterday because I did the Adobe Experts chat thing, the virtual summit thing yesterday, and Someone in the comments at one point was like, bring back Behance streaming, bring it back. They didn't comment on it, no one said anything, but it was like a lot of people really liked it. And I was like, see, we're not the only ones who want it back. Come on. Bring it back. Oh, come on, you. Nope. Bring it back. Yeah, I think Alessandra said she forgot about the summit. Yeah, I like left it unread on my email so that I could remember to do it, because like I usually keep the weekends free of schedule-y things where I can help it. But I thought I'll join in this one, which I'm glad I did, because you, myself, and Penny were named as high contributors from the new members, which is super exciting. Good job, team. Yay. So I'm glad I participated in it to see what was going on and kind of get caught up on the program and what was going on. So it was a really good time. But I think it's available on replay, Alessandra. Like, Sil was recording it. So it should be available on the community space to watch. Yeah, so fun, eh? We all go put it on the board. I was like, oh my gosh, there's no way. Because I feel like I'm still kind of figuring out the program and figuring out what I can and can't do and how I can contribute and where I fit in. And so to have us on there, I was like, no freaking way. I was like kind of doing some stuff on the computer and it was on the side and I looked down. I'm like, hey, I know those people. That's cool. Look at us go. We're just killing it. I love it. Super team. I can never make the meetings, to be honest. Yeah, I know Jane. She joins a lot of the meetings. I have a hard time because I'm like a lot of them will be like on my lunch break or something. So depending, and lately a lot of people like to put meetings on lunch because I don't know, they don't eat or something. But yeah, I've missed a lot of meetings. I kind of like go and watch them after when I can. That's kind of my New Year project, is to kind of like find my footing in there and make sure that I'm contributing in a valuable way. But it looks like we already are, which is amazing. Go team. Oops. Going back to the markets, to answer your question, I'm getting prepared to the market. So far, I spent time organizing the rolling tote I'm bringing and see what I did. I'm also doing goodie bags for people to buy. That's cool. People do love a bundle of some kind, for sure. I'm going to work on my animal cards and stream after you're done. Excellent. So definitely hang around if you can to watch that stream for sure. The goodie bags are a great idea because people love that kind of bundly type thing. Well, you're not still up at 2 a.m, Arby? Sleep is for somebody else. It's like, I'm not here to make commentary on that kind of thing. No, that's good. That's awesome. I hope it goes well. Oh dear. Getting called out, Arby. Oh, last stream of the day. I appreciate your attendance, sir. It is very, very late at night. I used to think like college me would go out, like would be prepping to think about maybe prepping to go out at this point. maybe eating dinner or whatever. It's right now it's 7:30 here, so really early. But yeah, we'd be going out for like 1 in the morning and all of that, and I think, like, how did I do that? But it's also like that version of me also wasn't getting up at 5:30 in the morning every day, so it was different. It was a different version of Erin, for sure. And I think if I didn't have like a day job to get up and go to, I found like when I was in school that like my kind of sweet spot to get started for work, like started like creative type work, was like 2:00. So I would probably have a more RB type schedule if I wasn't doing like a day job situation. But this works too. I get up and get my work out of the way, and then I'm mostly done that work in time for my creative brain to kick in. Yes. So RB says when you have international clients, time zones quickly evaporate. Yes, this is a real thing. So a lot of my like, we do have a few customers at work where there's time zone in like effects. Luckily not too many, at least not in my department anyway. But yes, that definitely blurs some lines for sure. Definitely causes a few disruptions. Pew, pew. Do I want... I'll leave the other 3D lines for a sec. We'll wait till I hide the sketch lines. Let's see what we're looking at here. I was saying earlier in the stream, when I'm done this card, I think there's only 3 left in this suit of all the tents. So we're almost done a suit, which is amazing. That'll be a big milestone for sure. This one's going to be kind of like the magic potion bottles one. I don't think we're not going to have like a subject or something in this one. I don't think. I was saying earlier, like they're all supposed to have like weird reflections and things in them, but I don't know how to handle that just yet. Because my initial sketch had like a little like a person like here, and they were reflecting different. But I worry with all the mirrors like how busy it'll be. So this is an evolving card. This one is gonna have plans of its own. Let's try again, shall we? There we go. Oops. I don't think that's what I wanted. Let's try this. Oh dear. The stand shifted. I feel like that's like 3 that way. So let's do, they all kind of have the same kind of vibe. And then maybe we do something like this. Maybe. Not the best perspective, but I think that's okay. You're gonna paint 2 mugs? Sell the thing? That's cool. Perfect. Bring it all. Because you never know what will hit. That's what I found talking with lots of vendors. You never know what's gonna appeal to which people. Don't mug anybody. Correct. Let's not get confused. People don't like getting mugged. Let them buy from you under their own free will, because your stuff is awesome. Okay. Oops. No. There we go. Get rid of that. And then those two. Oops. Not a decent one or a decent one. Oh, nuts. Oh dear. Okay, so I think, excuse me. Okay, this one is layered that way. Okay. Okay, it's too much like an eyeball. Sauron mirror. No, thank you. Okay, and then one more here. Trying to figure out what I was planning here. Okay, and then we'll do perfect. Okay, let's get rid of these ones. Actually, I kind of like that that's open for a sec. Oops. It's kind of weird. We might get rid of these. And then we will what if we did like something like that? It'll be like jewel surrounding or something like that. And then maybe this is throwing off my groove here. Oh, nuts. We do this instead. That was a little weird. So let's just do this. Looks a little weird right now, but that's okay. Oh, you know what I need? Okay, let's try again. Okay. No, absolutely not. Okay, we'll see what happens there. No. Absolutely not. Let's try again. I just gotta give this a little bit of thickness here, but maybe we don't snap it. Damn, I want that end snap though. Okay. Okay, we'll see how that one comes together. Save. Now the next one is maybe a little, in theory, simpler because it's in behind other things. So we wouldn't be seeing as much detail anyway. Yesterday I spent all day setting up my about page and store for Twitch. Cool. It's funny how those kinds of things can kind of take over, eh? You're like, I'm just going to put this about page here. And then 4 days later, we're still working on it. That's cool. It's good to have that stuff up to date. I have to update my website. I have some time booked out this week to do that kind of thing. Just make sure it's not out of date information. Make sure everything they need to find is prominent. Ooh, updating the website too, that's cool. Excellent. All that admin stuff that like is really satisfying to finish, but it takes a long time. So it feels like it's going to take a long time. But it's good to do when you have it. Oh, cleaning and organizing the computer files. That's a big one for me. I have all kinds of files I want to organize, and even just on my phone as well, like a bunch of stuff that's I don't need on there anymore. It's or just to reorganize file format, like the tarot card folder takes up almost my entire computer right now. But then I was finding that like partway through I'm saving a lot of files I don't need to save, or duplicating files I don't need to be duplicating. So they take up a lot of space, but then I want to properly remove them from the computer without erasing essential data. So I have to sit down and be like properly, efficiently caffeinated and focused, so I don't delete anything I really need. It's a good good habit to get into for sure. Satisfying work. And that's okay. Missing the summit event. It's on replay. Sorry, it's so dry in here. My skin and my face are having none of it. But yeah, I'm hoping to spend some time in the new year to kind of just carve out file management time. A humidifier, yeah, I have one in, I bought a couple a few years ago, initially for my plants, but I use them now in the wintertime to help me sleep and stuff. All right, thanks for tuning in, RB. Hope you have a good night. Catch you next week, man. Those aren't correct. Those don't match. Whoops. That's what are you doing? What are you doing? Oops. Good Lord. Oh no. That's not what I want. Good Lord. Get it together, woman. All right. Your neighbor has chickens? That's crazy. Wrong there. Come on. All right. One more mirror. Okay. So we're gonna do this. Boom. 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 I think some of the paper patterns are gonna really help me with the adding of the kind of designy effects. So I don't have to draw too many of them. Get sort of what we're looking for. Without having to hold the drawing's hand too much. Okay, so let's turn this off. So I feel like we kind of need an extra something. Kind of feel like we've had I know, bud. I know. I feel like this one and this one are kind of too similar. Maybe we use some crazy paper patterns to make them a little different. Also still not sold on this guy here. They're also kind of like freestanding. Many decisions need to be made. So this kind of shows that like they're not all like sketched right from a like a Firefly output or anything like that. Some of the drawing happens in the moment. Okay. No, silly. Okay, see, there's some fancy pants ones right there. You might be okay with some plain ones in the middle. I feel like this guy needs a little something something. No, just decent one. Are you serious right now? Good Lord. Excuse you. This would be this bottom layer. So we still have a little bit more work to do on these guys. Probably not the most thrilling of live streams, but a live stream nonetheless. So, making progress. Like I said, let's see. This is card. Let's see. I'm gonna switch. I always switch away from the one that has the information I want. So this will be card number 44, not 42, 44. Look how progress we're making. So that means there's 34 left. So we're over halfway, which is amazing. Well over halfway now, which is amazing. Because for a long time I felt like I was halfway for like a really long time. So yeah, so this one, we're going to keep going with this one. Definitely some more progress has to be made here. I still have to percolate how I'm going to handle the reflections, if at all, excuse me, sorry. If at all, like if we have maybe the stained glass is a reflection, I'm not sure. We're going to figure that out. We're going to get the lines on here first and see what's going on. Super collaboration update. The last of the face cards went live today. So that's the card that I did with Jane. It's a Jack of Hearts. So it's available on the Behance project. If you haven't checked it out, you can download it today, ready to go, so you can get your coloring on. I know I'm prepping for a lot of like coloring kind of business for the holidays, so I'm excited to color all these pages myself. A couple announcements coming soon about the rest of that project. Dan and I just have to have a couple chats. Online shops up to date, websites up to date. Go check those out if you're interested. Anybody who might be local-ish to where I am, and my last market is on Saturday, ready to go. Did I add the Behance project to my website? No, not yet. Not the super collaboration. I will be soon when we have the final details of our last little bit of the project. Then I will be putting it up there. That would be so much fun. Yeah, if I was in your area, I would totally come see your markets too. That'd be crazy. That would be so much fun. It'd be like surprise in-person chaos, which would be amazing. But I appreciate the being there in spirit. That would be so fun. I know. That'd be so fun. In that Penny said that her and Alessandra plan to meet up soon, which would be so great. Teleporting would make life a lot easier for sure. I'm sure it will happen at a time. I'm sure it'll happen eventually. Just, a few little factors in the way right now. Yeah, it'd be so great if you guys could see each other. It'd be super fun to meet in person and see how it's going. In the meantime, we'll just kind of continue to collaborate, do collaborative streams, etc., etc., etc. It'll be so good. But for now, I'm going to leave you all to your evening. Thank you so much, everybody who tuned in. Tiny progress here, but we'll see a lot more. I think this is one that's going to come alive when we have a little bit more color and stuff added to it, and start playing around with some fun effects and things. So we'll see probably some more of this one. I don't know if we're going to be doing more of this one next week or a different one. We'll just have to wait and see. Thanks so much, everybody, to Penny, Antoine, RB, Alessandra, anybody who might be lurking. I hope you all have a great evening and a great rest of your week, and I'll catch you all next week. Thanks so much, team. Talk to you soon. Bye.